midnight tonight. In my opinion, something could happen. Joe Biden had a weird speech yesterday, guys. Had a weird speech, and it made it sound like he was, like he said, like he started crying at his speech, like he was gonna die today.
We've seen that with many Republicans in the Senate.
So
We saw it with our First Lady Melania Trump.
I don't know when things are gonna happen, but
control the narrative and spin how they want to give a particular person.
there's no way that Washington D.C. stands on anything after this.
Yeah, and
like legit, God could come in today and destroy Washington D.C.
We'll get back to you in a second, but just your thoughts in reaction to Allison.
And those that are good, I hope I can get out of there, but DC is, it's evil. There's so much evil in that spot right now. It's ridiculous. And the stupidity of how these people are acting towards these celebrities like J-Lo and freaking Lady Gaga and all these people.
That a woman has ascended to the vice presidency, that today we should as a nation be able to celebrate that.
It's insane. This is
governing, and Kamala Harris is not just the vice president. She is
like, I'm watching this, I'm like, this is not real.
And there is a lot of work that needs
like, this can't be happening. Like, 10 guys are in the barracks because they have nowhere to. I know, I saw that. I'm so pissed. Yeah, let's get 25 to 60,000. Or I heard there's like 60,000 troops now in DC, but whatever. But have that many troops and not have a place for them to sleep? It's a disgrace.
Making his way to the podium for the swearing in of our next president.
All right, they're gonna swear in Joe Biden. At noon, I know. Well, at noon is right now. Biden being sworn in, basically.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Oh, this is gross, guys.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear. I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute.
And John Roberts is the one doing the swearing in, but you know he did that for Trump too, so whatever.
And will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend.
This could be a nightmare. Absolutely.
The Constitution of the United States.
I know. I know.
So help you God. So help me God.
So help you God. Watch how this is going to end, guys.
President of the United States, Joe Biden, our president, being welcomed and congratulated by his family members there. Hunter Biden, of course, there, his wife, Dr. Joe Biden, his daughter, Ashley Biden there, and other members of the Biden family. And in the background, of course, you hear the familiar song, Hail to the Chief, played in honor of our 46th president.
You shouldn't say he will faithfully do. I know. We'll see how things go, guys. You won't want to miss it. At noon, where is the intersection? Where's martial law? Okay, guys, we're gonna see what's going on. I have no idea. Yeah, Hunter is there. Yeah, we found Hunter. Wait, isn't Joe Biden supposed to give a speech? Or they just say, what's going on? What up, Nessa? Do you guys want me to switch over to the TV by chance, or I don't know. I don't know if you guys want it on me or switch it to the TV. I don't know if you guys are Hunter isn't behind bars. I know. Well, apparently. You know, when your dad becomes president, you get pardon of all those things, so. On
My
me.
fellow Americans, a moment
No, your face is better than the
we've
bush.
all been waiting for.
Thank you.
It is now my great privilege and high honor to be the first person to officially introduce the 46th President of the United
The 46.
States, Joseph R. Biden Jr.
You know, this would be, I can't log into OAN. Is OAN only on... Is OAN only on cable? Because I can't, on YouTube, I can't get it.
Vice President Harris.
Just leave it on me. Thank you. Alright, so I'm good. I'll just leave it over here then. What up, Sparky?
Senator McConnell, Vice President Pence, my distinguished guests, my fellow Americans. This is America's day.
That's it's America's Day.
This is Democracy's
Hopefully.
Day.
Hopefully.
History and hope.
It's on DirecTV.
Renewal and resolve.
On Pluto TV. I can't.
Through a crucible for the ages, America has been tested and
My day's going really
and
good.
America has risen to the challenge.
We're
Today,
about to see how good it really gets.
not of a candidate, but of a cause. The cause of democracy. The people, the will of the people has been heard.
The will of the people have been heard, guys.
Has been heeded. We've learned again that democracy is precious. Democracy is fragile. At this hour, my friends,
Very.
democracy has prevailed.
Democracy has prevailed.
So now, on this hallowed ground where just a few days ago, violence sought to shake the
Holds
capital's
to
very
his
foundation,
promises.
we come together
I
as
don't.
one
His
nation,
promises are scary.
under God, indivisible, to carry out the peaceful transfer of power as we have for more than 2 centuries. As we look ahead in our uniquely American way, restless, bold,
The crowd is
optimistic,
small. It's all
and set our sights
federal
on a nation we know
army.
can
It's all
be
federal
and
agents,
we can
army,
be.
anyone that's in the...
I thank my predecessors of both
It's
parties.
Obama and Biden all over again.
for the
I know.
day.
And it's Obama in the
Thank you
ear
from the bottom
of
of my
everyone
heart.
else.
And I know
there is. I know.
the resilience of our Constitution and the strength of our nation, as does President Carter, who I spoke with last night, who cannot be with us today, but whom we salute for his lifetime of service. I've just taken the sacred oath, each of those patriots.
Screwed is an understatement.
The oath first sworn by George Washington. But the American
You don't get to
story
talk about George Washington,
depends
buddy.
Not on any one of us, not on some of us, but on all of us. On we, the people, who seek
don't-
a more perfect union.
Downsizing, Denise.
This is a great
Don't
nation.
ever say he was elected. He
We're
was
good people.
selected. There's a difference.
And over the centuries, through storm
But I
and
get what
strife,
you're saying. I saw
in peace and in war, we've come so far.
something's gonna happen. My
We
husband
still
won't
have far to
be
go.
home till late tonight. That never happens.
We'll press forward with speed and urgency, for we have much to do in this winter. of
Honestly,
peril and significant
I'll be praying up
possibility.
until midnight tonight, guys.
Much to
Well,
repair,
I'll be praying
much to restore, much to heal,
every
much to
day
build, and much
for
to
the
gain.
destruction of DC,
Few people in our
of
nation's
this
history
government, if he is
have been
selected.
more challenged,
Or
found a time more challenging or difficult than the time we're in now. Once in a century virus that silently stalks the country. It's taken as many lives in 1 year.
he's not. Yeah, he's not
as
the
America
president.
lost in
So
all of World War II.
my profile is awesome. Thanks,
Millions of
Sparky.
jobs have been lost. hundreds of thousands of businesses closed. A cry for racial justice, some 400 years in the making, moves us.
A cry for racial justice, yet you haven't talked to Black Lives Matter in over 60 days. I'm not surprised. He's got teleprompters.
Any more desperate or any more clear. And now, a rise of political extremism, white supremacy, domestic terrorism, that we must confront and we will defeat.
Domestic terrorism. They will confront us. We're the domestic terrorists, guys. And they will defeat us.
Soul and secure the future of America requires so much more than words. It requires the most elusive of all things in a democracy. Unity. Unity.
Unity.
In another January,
there's not going to be any unity.
Day, in 1863, Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation.
And you don't get to talk about that.
When he put pen to paper, the president said, and I quote, "If my name ever goes down into history, it'll be for this act, and my whole soul is in it." My whole soul is in it. Today, on this January day, my whole soul is in this. Bringing America together.
Keep your eyes open. That's all I gotta say.
Uniting our nation. And I ask every
2 minutes till noon.
To join me in this cause.
We'll see what happens.
Uniting to fight the foes we face. Anger.
Remember what they said. Remember what Trump said. Tomorrow at noon.
Lawlessness. Violence.
Tomorrow at noon.
Disease, joblessness, and hopelessness. With unity, we can do great things, important things. We can right wrongs. We can put people to work in good jobs. We can teach our children in safe schools.
How about we get to know each other personally?
We can reward
work going into education camps.
Make healthcare secure for all. We can deliver racial justice.
He did. He sold his soul to the devil a long time ago.
The leading force for good in the world. I know, speaking of unity can sound to some like...
Oh my goodness. My 2-year-old nephew gives me more goosebumps
divide us are deep and they are real.
Than this speech.
Also know they are not new. Our history has been a constant struggle between the American ideal that we're all created equal and the harsh...
He's allowing this to happen. For sure. He's allowing this to happen. It's
fear, demonization.
Either to have Trump come back in,
the battle is perennial, and victory is never assured.
Or destruction of Washington, D.C.
The Civil War, the Great Depression, World War, 9/11.
Fight for the soul of America.
Sacrifice and setbacks are
real,
angels have always prevailed.
I don't know if you guys know this, but
in each of these moments, enough of us.
I got banned on TikTok Live last night, so biggest reason why I'm over here.
Forward. And we can do that now. History, faith, and reason show the way of unity.
Come on, man.
We can see each other not as adversaries, but as neighbors. We can treat each other with dignity and respect. We can join forces, stop the shouting, and lower the temperature. For without unity,
people are sitting out there freezing their butts off.
Bitterness and fury.
And a couple of people are just like, come on, Joe. Hurry up.
Exhausting outrage. No nation, only a state of chaos.
Stop the building of the wall and let millions of people come through the border.
And unity is the path forward. And we must meet this moment as the United States of America. If we do that, I guarantee you we
This is all fake, guys.
We have never, ever, ever, ever failed in America.
Just remember, no matter what
we've acted together,
reality wants to tell you,
at this
is fake.
This place, let's start afresh. All of us. Let's begin to listen to one another again.
I know.
Hear one another.
This is as fake as it gets, guys.
Show respect to one another. Politics doesn't have to be a raging fire.
I'm watching a reality TV show right now. That's what this is.
Every disagreement doesn't have to be a cause for total war.
Exactly, Annie.
And
Exactly.
we must reject the culture in which facts themselves are manipulated
I know.
and even manufactured.
How do I know it's fake? Because he didn't win. He cheated. That's how it's fake.
My fellow Americans, we have to be different than this. America has
He's
to be
not the
better
president
than
of the United States of
this.
America.
I believe America
Number
is so
one,
much better than this.
he still hasn't gotten military clearance.
Here we
Number
stand
one.
shouting the Capitol Dome.
Air Force One is missing right now.
Amid the Civil War, when the Union itself was literally...
He still hasn't gotten military clearance
Yet we endured.
from the Pentagon.
We prevailed. Here we stand,
Come in.
looking out on the Great Mall, where
Bullshit,
Dr.
huh?
King spoke
It's-
of his dream. Here
We'll
we
see.
stand,
We'll
where
see how things go.
108 years ago, at another
Dude,
Inauguration,
it's not over
thousands
till...
of protesters tried to block
Dude, this is all
women
fake.
You see all that crap that he's saying though? He's like, we gotta get rid of domestic terrorism, the extremists. Like,
Oh, as soon as he said that, I know, I said that to my people on my live. I was like,
Vice President Kamala Harris.
gotta be joking.
Don't tell me
Come
things can't
on, la ding dong.
and all the, and he's like, and we gotta get rid of all those facts that have been misconstrued. I'm like, oh yeah, there you go, trying to repair your shit.
Rest in eternal peace.
Facts that are misconstrued. Like you're a racist, you're a pedophile, you're a...
Just days after a riot,
You know.
mom thought they could use
There's a
violence
burrito
to
in here if you want.
silence the
Huh?
will of the
There's a
people,
burrito in here.
Oh,
to
sweet.
stop the work of our democracy, to drive us from this sacred ground.
I'm coming out.
It did not happen. It will never happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
It's funny
not
that
ever.
now they want you to also narrow us to sit down and shut up. I know.
To all
What
those
up?
who supported our campaign, I'm humbled by the faith you place in us. To all those who did not support us, let me say this. Hear me out as we move forward. Take a measure of me and my heart. If you still disagree, so be it. That's democracy. That's America. The right to dissent peaceably within the guardrails of our republic is perhaps this nation's greatest strength. Yet hear me clearly. Disagreement must not lead to disunion. And I pledge this to you. I will be a president for all.
So what are you
Americans.
doing? Is to beat Trump for Trump? Maybe Trump will expose the things then.
And I promise you, I will fight as hard for those who did not support me as for those who did.
Oh, bullshit, you will.
Many centuries ago, St. Augustine, a saint of my church, wrote that a people was a multitude defined by the common objects of their love. Defined by the common objects of their love. What are the common objects we as Americans love that define us as Americans? I think we know. Opportunity, security, liberty, dignity, respect, honor. And
He has
yet,
said
what's
nothing
true?
at all that I care to hear about. I'm just waiting for a show to start.
I taught us a painful lesson.
I'm puking quiet.
There is truth and there are lies. Lies told for power and for profit.
I know.
And each of us
For real,
has a
though.
duty and a responsibility as citizens, as Americans, and especially as leaders. Leaders who have pledged to honor our Constitution and protect
Honor our
nation,
Constitution,
to
which
defend the truth.
your Supreme Court judges and Congress don't do.
Look, I understand that many of my fellow Americans view the future.
All right, clearly we're having a problem with Joe Biden's feed there. We'll try to get back as soon
Brock?
as possible.
Brock?
In the meantime, Tom,
It just
facility standing by. Mark Halpern also.
Yeah, I
standing by.
know.
Let's get
It
back
just
to
cut out, guys.
I promise you I get it.
I don't think that means anything.
Turn inward, to retreat into complete
Oh my gosh.
distrusting those who don't look like you or worship the way you do.
Okay, that
who don't
freaked
get
me
their
out.
news from the same sources you do. We must end this uncivil war.
Okay, yeah, okay. That freaked me out. Like the feed went.
Rural versus urban. or rural versus
I think everyone's too optimistic. I think we're
liberal.
pretty much in hell, and it's going there.
If we open our souls,
It comes back. Okay.
instead of hardening our hearts, if
I just freaked out.
we show a little
Yeah.
tolerance,
That was
and humility, and if
a live reaction right
we're
there.
willing to stand in the other person's shoes, as my mom would say, just for a moment, stand in their shoes. Because here's the thing about life. There's no accounting for its faithful beauty. Some days, when you need a hand,
Got me excited too.
there are other days
Got me excited.
when we're called to lend.
Sorry about that, but it literally
That's
cut
how it
out.
has to be. That's what we do for one another. And if we are this way, our country will be stronger, more prosperous, more ready for the future. And we can still disagree. My fellow Americans, in the work ahead of us, we're going to need each other. We need all
We're
our
gonna need
strength
each other. Yet you want to put us in our houses
through this dark
and
winter.
shut us off from the world.
We're entering what may be the toughest and deadliest period of the virus. We must
The
set aside
deadliest-
politics and finally
Wow, you're
face
so
this
inspiring.
pandemic as one nation. One nation. And I promise you this, as the Bible says, weeping may endure
Freak
for
me
a
out.
night,
Sorry.
but joy cometh in the
Freak
morning.
me out.
We will get through this together. Together. Look, folks, all my colleagues I serve with in the House and the Senate up here, we all understand the world is watching.
They are
all of
watching.
us today. So here's my message to those beyond our borders. America has been tested, and we've come out stronger for it.
I'm sure he wants it. I know.
Our alliances and engage with the world once again. Not to meet yesterday's challenges, but today's and tomorrow's challenges. And we'll lead not merely by the example of our power, but by the power of our example.
Yeah. GLB looks worried.
We'll be a strong and trusted partner for peace, progress, and security. Look, you all know we've been through so much in this nation. In my first act as president, I'd like to ask you to join me in a moment of silent prayer.
I join you in a
Remember
solemn
all
prayer.
those who we lost this past year to the pandemic. Those
Please don't pray.
400,000
Please don't pray, Joe.
fellow Americans.
Please don't pray.
Moms, dads, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, friends, neighbors, and co-workers. We'll honor them for becoming people and
Less
a nation
people died last
we
year,
know
Joe,
we can and should be. So I
than
ask
ever
you,
before.
let's
Well,
say a
not
silent
ever.
prayer for those
I'm
who
an idiot.
lost their lives and those left
Joe
behind.
Biden moment. I don't want to hear a prayer. I can't. I'm muting this. Can't hear a prayer by a pedophile. Can't do it. As I eat my popcorn. I won't listen to a pedophile. He's doing a prayer right now.
Challenge us in profound ways.
I don't know if he's on prayer.
But the fact is, we face them all at once.
His prayer apparently was like less than 10 seconds.
One of the gravest responsibilities we've had. Now we're going to be tested. Are we going to step up? All of us?
He ain't praying to God. Oh, I
It's
know.
time for boldness. For there's so
Are we
much
praying to
do.
God or Satan, though?
Pretty much.
And this is certain.
Satan.
I promise you.
Have fun being
we
married
will
to
be
Satan.
judged, you and I,
I'm just
by
looking.
how we resolve these cascading crises of our
Huh?
era. We will rise
Go eat
to
your
the
food.
occasion is the question. Will we minister this rare and difficult hour?
That's my
Will we
nephew,
meet our
freaking adorable
obligations
little
and
kid.
pass along a new and better world to our children? I believe we must. I'm sure
So do you got
do.
COVID or no?
I believe we will. And
Unless
when
they
we
gave it
do,
to me, they gave me a headache,
we'll
though.
write the
They put
next
that thing
great
so far up
chapter
there, I have an
in the
earache and a
history of the
headache
United
now.
States of America.
Oh,
the American
Doesn't
story.
help that you got
A
stuff in your
story
ears.
that
Yeah,
might sound
Q-tip.
something like a
they
song that means a lot
freaking
to
shove
me.
that shit in there, dude.
It's called
Hey.
American Anthem. There's one verse that stands out, at least for me, and it goes like this. The work and prayers of century have brought us to this day. What shall be our legacy? What will our children say? Let me know in my heart.
This is the day that America went to shit more than it was before.
America, America, I gave my best to you.
When he says that this is going to be the darkest times,
let's us add our own work and prayers.
I'm like, wow, that's so optimistic there, Joe.
Didn't you just say it was supposed to be better?
Like,
then when our days are through, our children and our
so
children's
he's going to take us into the darkest times of COVID.
They gave their best.
Yeah.
They did their duty. They healed a broken land.
That it's going to miraculously go away and he's going to be the savior of COVID.
With the sacred oath, before God and all of you, I give you my word.
We give you
I will always level with you.
Yep. Just like how you told us that, you know, you wanted to take Trump behind the
I'll defend America.
back room if you were in high school and beat him up, right?
All of you. Everything I do in your service. Thinking not of power, but of possibilities. Not of personal interest, but the public good. And together we shall write an American story of hope, not fear. Of unity, not division. Of light, not darkness.
What is it, man?
Decency and dignity.
It's kind of going on forever. How many needs to stop?
Greatness and goodness.
So is this the time where we say we're
a story that inspires us.
Now we're allowed to say that this guy should get shot?
Ages yet to come.
You know, like what they did to Trump over and over and over again?
We met the moment.
I wouldn't say that.
Democracy and hope.
Well, that's what
truth and justice
that's what I'm saying.
Did not die in our watch, but thrived. That America secured liberty at home and stood once again as a beacon to the world. That is what we owe our forebears, one another, and generation to follow. So, with purpose and resolve, we turn to those tasks of our time, sustained by faith, driven by conviction, devoted to one another and the country we love with all our hearts. May God bless America, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, America.
And there you have it, the inaugural address from our 46th President, Joseph R. Biden, Jr. A quick point to the crowd there. A speech that some have called the most important speech since Abraham Lincoln delivered his last inaugural address. Biden's speech seems to hint towards unity. Also quoted Lincoln from the Emancipation Proclamation and words he said at the time about his whole soul being in it. Joe Biden saying his whole soul is in this presidency and his desire to
they pretty much
the entire country. At the same time, they talk about white supremacy.
He just pretty much rated as important his speech as Abraham Lincoln's.
The speech also included an important moment of prayer for the 400,000 plus Americans who died over the last year due to the pandemic. Joe Biden also said this to the American public: I pledge this to you. I will be a president to all Americans. He also said politics doesn't have to be a raging fire destroying everything
isn't he
in
conservative?
its path. Of course, we shall see.
He's been a liberal.
You see Garth Brooks now coming down to the stage to sing America the Beautiful, and we'll listen to that.
How sweet the sound.
I want to hear Thunder Rolls.
I know. Man, sorry guys, I get coughing up a storm right now. COVID.
But now I was blind.
Look, there's a cop right there, dude. Arrest him.
He looks blind, dude. No, they're doing an impeachment for Joe.
Been there 10,000 years.
It's amazing how these people sit there and use Jesus to cover up every last bit of things that they do, dude. It's evil beyond
that for
evil.
years. They're good at it now.
God's grace, then when
Obama was the worst.
first begun.
Actually, he straight up kind of.
I forget to ask you to sing this
Impeachment
last
of
verse with
Biden
me.
papers will
Not
be
just the
submitted
people
in
here,
2 hours.
but the people at home, at work,
Andy says hi.
as one.
What up,
United.
Andy?
Amazing grace.
Gotta be careful. I might get more popular than you. I'm not even on stream.
How? Oh.
And see a wretch like me.
I know. They have to. They have to continue to bring. And it is blasphemy. It is absolutely awful how many people use the Lord's name in vain. And they do it without saying, you know, GD this and GD that, or
Amazing Grace
it's,
there in America.
it's using his name in vain is
stirring rendition of that by Garth Brooks. Something
is
for everyone
pretending
there,
to be
musical
someone
sense
you're
from
not.
Garth Brooks to Lady Gaga and J Lo.
Using his name.
Performing at our inauguration for our 46th president today. All right, let's talk now and analyze more of the speech and welcome in.
Conservative, you want to come into my live?
The President Trump also back with us, political analyst Mark Halperin, host of the Mark Halperin Focus Group, and Tom Vasily, host of America Right Now.
What up, Poopin?
Also joining
Hey,
us,
you want to
Tom
join my
also
live?
Actively involved in planning the Bush.
Join my live.
Great to see you, Tom. Thanks for sticking around with
Hit
us. Mark, Kelly, great to have you back with us as well. So let's talk about this. Some of the things we heard from President
Hit
Biden.
up my live.
Getting used to saying
Send
that
a
during the
request.
Speech,
Come
Mark,
into
first
my
you.
live right
Biden
now.
says, quote, I pledge this to you. I will be
Hit
the
it.
president for all
You'll join me.
Americans.
Send
And
it.
We heard that in his speech. We look at his cabinet. We look at
Hold on. Do
some
I
of the
gotta-
things he plans to do here. Will it square up?
Go live with you, sir.
Well, it's a positive. We all want any new president, President Trump, President Biden, to succeed. And he certainly got through this without any big problem.
That seems more like a funeral. That's what one of my followers said.
And so for the country to get
What's up, dude?
president, that was a good opportunity to.
What's up, dude?
Hold on. Am I there?
You're there. I hear you. I see you. Hey.
Why is this thing? I got this whole freaking thing in my way right now. Hold up.
Oh, conservative left.
He said anything specific to get the 74 million people who voted for Donald Trump enthused about his presidency.
She's doing the most
And finally,
decorated person in that.
Oh, no. You should have seen Lady Gaga.
Barack Obama,
Oh,
Donald Trump, whatever you thought of them.
She came out like it was prom night.
And his challenge is going to be to communicate with
Yeah.
him as president with the Joe Biden.
There it is. Beautiful.
Well, I'm glad you first, Mark, but certainly it seems like there was, some very trite moments in the speech. And again, I wonder how hollow this will all ring, Kelly, when you think about.
I'm back.
There you are.
I'm back. Sorry.
It's so funny they're asking about unity, but all they keep saying is, "Oh, it's."
Are
the
you playing?
first
Are you right now? What are you
female
playing? Are you playing
black
Xbox right now?
president and this, and now we're united. I'm like, oh come on! I was like, dude, don't bring race into it. Like, it's crazy.
It's they all do
It
that.
doesn't make sense.
What's up?
I said, are you playing Xbox?
No, I'm watching the inauguration.
I figured you were, but I also saw you. Sydney wants to know why you're watching it, but we know why.
I mean, we could be playing Xbox at the same time.
It's okay. So what are your thoughts so far? What's your take?
My thoughts so far. You're looking like you want to get in on this live. Get over here.
Bring him in.
I was in the background. I don't want to take the show.
Bring him in.
Brock's here right now watching it with me. But so far, I think that I'm still calm, dude. I'm still calm.
Hold on. Yeah. It's there's a lot of I tell you, a lot of the things that I've seen so far this morning have been pretty disgusting from a lot of people. Like I'm even people that I know in my today is actually pretty disgusting.
So
People
wait,
are
you got people bashing you right now?
Oh yeah.
Who?
Oh yeah. By the way, these are the same people that are posting 2 days ago the MLK quotes of driving out hate with love. These are the same people, just so you know. So you want to repost that crap, not that crap, but you want to repost that, but then act like this. Like, I'm all for it. Like, you know, I love the quotes I'm seeing. You know, but like, you live what you quote. You live what you share, and it's just like this just shows the hypocrisy left and right.
Unity.
They want unity, but we can't have unity. We can't have unity with the way that people are acting. And on top of the fact, not that we all need to state this, but for the last 4 years, being called a racist, homophobic, like white supremacist, you're not getting unity from me.
Domestic terrorists now.
Sorry, domestic terrorists. Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I mean, hey.
No, but you voted for the man, so well, you know.
What can I say? I guess you're right. I'm a terrorist here, so.
We're all terrorists now. So.
Hey, how are you able to go live since you're a terrorist? I don't understand. This doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you know, they're gonna dox me soon.
They'll dox you. You're next. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that the hypocrisy of the left already. We're already beating a dead horse on this. But again, this last 2 days has shown so much. I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, by the way, all the Biden supporters are showing up. You know, the ones that have been quiet, they're back again. You know, the ones that claim they're like, well, I only voted for Biden because I know that Joe Jorgensen wasn't going to get in. So now all of a sudden you're all gung ho about Biden. I'm like, okay. Tell me what he's going to bring to the table, because everything that we're seeing.
There was nothing positive in his inauguration speech at all. Literally said, we are about to hit our darkest days of
yeah, those darkest days are under your presidency now. So what are you gonna do about it?
I know.
That's what I'm saying. For the last 4 years, you're gonna blame Trump for everything that's been that. Here, go out real quick.
I know people wanted to do a social media blackout, conservative blackout today. I was like, no, I want to. Why would I do that on a day where I should be the loudest?
I know.
It's not that important because they're not showing her speech.
None of them are important. It's all a show. Dude, you literally have so many pedophiles in one place. Like they're prepping all those people that are trying to cross the border, getting ready to cross the border right now. They're just going to use them for their freaking petty orgies. You know, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's disgusting, actually.
But I will say one thing. I went on Twitter this morning. Yes, I'm back on Twitter again because I don't have anything. Parler's gone, so I mean I don't know what to do. Gab is there, but Gab is terribly slow for me. But I was seeing people that I know that hate Trump that are already putting Biden under fire, which gives me hope. I'm saying, you know, we're not going to agree on a lot of things, but we can agree that Biden's not going to do jack shit for what for is. So what was it? In fact, let me find it. Hold on. It was hold on. Okay.
Yeah, you're here. You're here.
I think at this point, we can maybe objectively say the most unifying thing about the inauguration so far has been Garth Brooks' rendition of Amazing Grace. I got chills.
Yeah, it's obvious she's not that important. Was that the chick that does, like, Wakanda Forever? Wakanda Forever! Where'd you go?
Bush administration official with us, Mark Calvin, political analyst, and Kelly Sadler, former
He left.
President Trump, as we analyze.
If you're not following Q-Servative, you need to go follow him. That's my best friend. So, yeah, go give him a follow. Straight up.
He's going to implement here in the first couple of days in office. So we'll get to Seth in just a second.
He's going to take down our taxpayer money wall. That's what he's going to do. And he thinks that that's going to be okay. Yes, he just wasted all our money because he took down a wall that
I know.
we wanted.
I know. I know.
And so we look past this speech.
We voted for it, you know.
In the next couple of days, you know, one of the things he's promising, or he's $1,400.
Well, obviously voting doesn't matter because look, he's president.
Immigration,
Yeah.
you know, in terms
Sorry, I forgot I can't actually switch between apps without me kicking myself out because
Pretty much.
That's how old school I am. Apparently I don't have technology. What do I know? So what was it? I saw this tweet and I wanted to find it. It was from I don't remember.
What's up, Taylor?
What's up, Brock?
Dude, those are pretty sweet glasses.
Thank you. It's definitely an upgrade. Definitely an upgrade from what I had before.
Yeah,
like,
you can see the future with those things.
Freaking, I know, dude. I got them this last year.
Heck yeah, man.
I went online. I have never purchased glasses sight unseen. I've always had to go to an eye doctor, and this one I bought online. So
he had to go grab my nephew.
I had to. So this tweet, he says, it's Tariq Nasheed. He's like a pretty anti-Trumper. He like hates Trump. In fact, he assumes every Trump supporter is a white supremacist. I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna get that all left and right. It doesn't matter. But here's what he said today, or yesterday. He said, question for Biden supporters. He says, can you name one benefit that foundational black Americans will gain from Biden prioritizing 11 million undocumented immigrants coming into the country? That's a simple answer that no one can answer. That's what he said. No one can answer that. So explain to me how that's going to make any sense whatsoever. And how is that going to benefit them? How is it going to benefit any of us? But more importantly, right, since the topic has been African Americans this last year, like, of course it matters. We want to understand how this impacts us as a country. Just one more reason. You're just like, okay, but that does give me hope. That means that people aren't just blindly saying, I'm voting for Biden to get Trump out of the office. I don't know. I'm absolutely baffled. I'm baffled.
Yeah.
But by the way, they're all over the place now. They're all over the place.
Here's the thing. What if he is, in quotes, the president for the next 100 days? Let's say, like, let's say the things that we were hoping to see doesn't occur for another 3 months.
Yeah.
Because when the people see how bad.
Well, they'll see it.
Problem is, people have seen how bad it is for the past 2 decades, and no one wants to do anything about it. And I mean, like, at this point, it's not gonna matter. Literally, we can see fire and brimstone come out of the ground, and people are still gonna be like, "Save us, save us, government." You know,
it's okay.
I know.
We did it, Joe.
We
Joe,
we did it.
Joe, you're gonna be the next Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry. The ant hat.
You did it,
Don't
Joe.
worry.
We're gonna be Jesus Christ, and I'm the Holy Ghost.
And we saved America. That's what they did. My gosh.
We're saving America and the world, Joe.
It's very possible. I mean, 100 days can change. A lot can happen. But I think more importantly, the one thing that we know for a fact, this last year, 75+ million people were have been red-pilled for the most part. They understand, they see through the bullshit. It's seen. So you can't unsee that. You can't. So now that we know that our voices literally don't matter in the election system, you've already lost that voice on that front. So now moving forward, are more eyes going to be open, especially the people that voted for Biden specifically just to get Trump out of office because he's the better option. You know what I mean?
I saw this chick say, we promised you guys that we were going to vote for whoever it needed to be to get Trump out of office. I was like, all right, so you picked a senile, old, almost 80-year-old man who touches and sniffs kids. I can't talk.
All right, Biden, it's okay.
I know. I did it.
Any earpiece I'll talk into for you?
It's okay, Joe.
I don't think this day will get any more weird if Biden doesn't take a sniff at Tom Hanks. But hey, what do I know?
Well, here's the thing: Air Force One has disappeared.
No, it was in Fort Lauderdale, but he hasn't come off the plane yet, which I expected. I was like, how cool would it be that he was waiting for Biden to roll up to the gates of the White House, they arrest him, and then all of a sudden Trump walks out of the White House instead of the plane at Air Force One.
And it's like,
that's right. He's like, I never left. I'm not leaving. We're not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Dude,
his body double's the one that left or something. You know what I mean?
Call that wishful thinking. Okay, I know. I mean, obviously, I think we all can agree that Biden's not going to be in office in 6 months. He's going to be, if not impeached, he's going to step down. He said it himself. He's going to find, he's like, if I can't, you know, I don't remember exact words, but he plans on giving, I mean, it's going to go to Kamala Harris. Oh, she's going to be the president. We all know that.
He hasn't gotten military clearance yet.
Well, duh.
Yeah, Sparky, that would have been hilarious.
Basic security
just stuck in the
Pentagon still
sit in the closet.
Him anything.
That's funny. He should have. You see that? Sparky says you should have hid in the closet.
Oh,
peekaboo, Joe. Peekaboo. We thought you were gone.
Peekaboo.
Hey, you're my roommate now, Joe.
Hide in the closet, or the letter that he wrote, and the thing says, "Look behind you," and Trump is standing there like
he's putting the peace sign.
Yeah.
I live in your head rent free.
Go look in
That's
your
right.
closet.
That's right.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. You know the thing is though is that Trump has brought Jesus back into that White House. I'm pretty sure that he's ready to send his army to give them nightmares for the next however long.